There. So in this very quick video, I'm going to show you how to use the notaire, who is the person that handles your real estate transaction. When you purchase a property, the notaire is the legal representative for both the buyer and the seller. These are the calculations of a purchase cost, which is what the buyer pays. Buyers in France pay the purchase costs of a real estate transaction. This is not 100% accurate, but it is very, very close. Your notaire will have the actual final costs and will be very clear with you what those are. In this calculator, it is normally in French. And what my browser automatically does is it's translated it from French to English. So when you, depending upon the browser that you choose, it may look like this when you first arrive. And if you have it translated, it will look like this. The first thing that you want to do is come down to this section. What is the type of your property? Unless the house is brand new, you will always choose an acquisition of a built property because it already exists. Next, coming down, how do you finance your property? 9 times out of 10, you're going to choose without borrowing because it's so terribly difficult to get a mortgage here in France. I won't go into that right now, but we'll use that as the scenario for this example. Next, what is the value of your acquisition? So the price, the full purchase price, including the real estate agent fees. Buyers pay the real estate agent fee here. And so let's use the example that you can see grayed out here. So let's say that the purchase price is $300,000, including all of the fees. Generally speaking, this section is left empty. If you are going to purchase furniture from the homeowner, then you probably will make that transaction separately and not through the notaire. And finally, the department for your property. So this is the region that you are buying in. As an example, if it was Paris, it'd be 75. And you can see that it starts to pull up and auto-populate. I am in the Côte d'Armor, 22 as well. I'm in both locations, Paris and Côte d'Armor. You can see there it starts to show up. How do you know which department number it is? Well, a quick little trick is the zip code. Now let's say that the zip code for Paris, that you are looking at an apartment, and the zip code is 75003. You know the department number because it's always the first 2 numbers in the zip code. Okay, now let's go ahead and use Paris as an example. You hit calculate your purchase costs. Oh, sorry. Let's fix that. It's only the first 2. There we go. And there we are. The estimate of the acquisition costs are right here. So the notary's fee is going to be $3,647. You've got the public treasury, land registration. All of these fees add up to an additional, on top of the $300,000 price, an additional $22,700. And it again breaks down those costs here. You will see something very similar to that coming from your notary. The actual final costs will be submitted to you by the notary in advance. So again, these fees must be paid in addition to the sales price. Let's play with this again. Let's say that it's $300,000 in Department 22. It does matter where your property is at. The costs and the adjustments are based on the department itself. So always be sure to update that if your search in France takes you to other locations. And now you can see that for a purchase price of $300,000, my notary all the costs to acquire the property is an additional $22,700 on top of the $300,000 purchase price. If you have questions about this, feel free to reach out to me. I hope you found this helpful.